Hello everybody, it's the FPS Tester here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Grounded using the RTX 3060 Ti. And I'm doing this because the new Grounded 2 is coming out later in July, and so I thought this would be the perfect time to come back and take a look at the performance of the original game using my RTX 3060 Ti. So the first settings that we're going to take a look at here today is going to be 1080p using the Epic Quality settings, which is the highest settings in the game. And I'm not going to use FSR or anything yet. There actually isn't the option for DLSS in Grounded, it would seem. At least I don't have it. I'm not 100% sure why. Was there ever DLSS in this game? I can't remember honestly, but let's jump in and see how it runs. Alrighty, and here we are inside of Grounded using the 1080p Epic settings at native resolution. It's been a hot minute since I played Grounded. I actually played all the way through this game, I think twice, and then played it again a couple of times with some friends every now and then. But it's been a couple of years since I've really played this game, to be honest. But here we are at 1080p, maximum settings, and actually seems to be completely fine here at 1080p. We're getting around 100 to 120 FPS, and the oak tree, from what I can remember, was one of the more intensive areas in the game. Now, I am actually going to go ahead and see if I can find a wolf spider to fight. The last build that I used when I played this game was like a bow summoning build. You probably know what I'm talking about. I actually benchmarked the 1060 3GB edition graphics card a couple of days ago, maybe a week or something ago. And so I think a lot of this like area is cleared out because I killed all of the creatures here. So we'll take the zipline actually. Oh my god. I just missed. We'll take the zipline and we'll go to the upper garden because the upper garden is quite intensive in like the long grass. So we'll take this zipline here. How do you use it? You use E. Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna say while we travel on the zipline is the VRAM utilization here at 1080p is only using around 5.5 gigs, which I say only. Obviously the 3060 Ti has 8 gigs available, which in a lot of newer games is definitely becoming a little bit of an issue. There's quite a few games that I have been benchmarking recently that were released this year where the 8 gigs is starting to become a problem, and like there's a lot of stuttering and so on because obviously once you run out of VRAM, you kind of start dipping into your regular RAM, which is not ideal basically. So yeah, some of the newer titles are using more than 8 gigs of VRAM to run them basically, with good graphics of course, but the problem is like the 3060 Ti has the performance usually to run those games on the higher graphics. It just doesn't have the VRAM available sometimes to like run them smoothly, you know. And here you get to see my full summoner build. Oh my god, it's been a hot minute since I played this game, guys, so do bear with me. It's am I out of stamina or something? Like, why am I... Eat or die. Oh, that's what that timer is. Eat. Consume it. Come on. There we go. So I actually think for 1080p we don't need to test any FSR or anything like that, because clearly we're going to be completely fine. We're going to go and fight that guy down there in just a second, but we're going to be completely fine at 1080p with the 3060 Ti. Now, I'm interested to see how the new game runs because I haven't checked much of it, but there will be graphical updates. This game still looks very good for 2025. I think the reason why this game still looks good is not necessarily because its graphics are like groundbreaking, but it's got a graphic style. I think graphic styles, or you know, when there's an art style, they definitely, games with an art style as opposed to like groundbreaking visuals, basically they look better long term, and I think that's the case here. This game still looks really good, and I just think it's because it's got that cartoon aesthetic to it. It just looks good. Like I don't think that these graphics are going to look bad for quite a number of years for sure, comparatively. So we'll go ahead and bump it up to 1440p because we're going to be able to play at 1440p clearly. So we'll do that and we'll see how it runs here at Epic 1440. Alright, so here we are, 1440p. And epic settings still. We have still got the AMD FSR disabled. We don't need it, at least not yet. I don't think we will. And the depth of field is so annoying that you can't turn this off. I think in the config you used to be able to turn it off, but then they like changed something. And I have chromatic aberration turned off like I did previously. I hate this setting, so I always leave it off. I just don't like the look of it. So we're just going to go ahead and reset our 1% lows. And one thing that I am noticing straight away is that the VRAM obviously went up a little bit, though not really that much. It only went up by about half a gig, maybe a little bit more than that. So really didn't increase that much considering we increased the resolution. So yeah, I need to actually repair this bow. How do we do this? I forget. Repair. There it is. And I'll repair this because we're going to go and fight that that creature. We're going to go fight the what is it called again? Rhino beetle? Not rhino beetle. I used to know all the insect names, like just in general, not even in the game. I was a real nerd for animals when I was a kid, especially insects. I just loved insects growing up. But yeah, 1440p, we're still way above 60 frames. 1% lows, a little bit below 60, but you know, that's okay. That's most likely with me going in and out of menus, to be honest with you. There is like a lot of games, there's like FPS drops whenever you open like menus and stuff, which is kind of annoying, but you know, that's alright. Usually if you cap your frame rate, that's less prevalent anyways, so I would never really recommend playing, you know, just completely uncapped. Just lock it to your monitor's refresh rate, and if it happens to be 60, then you're going to be fine. And I think if you play at higher refresh rates, I think this game still feels pretty good at around 70 something frames. I think once you drop below 70, you do start to feel it being a bit slower. I play at 144 Hz still, like I don't play above that. Oh my god, I can't aim at all. So I play at 144 Hz, and for me, games like 7 Days to Die, Grounded, these kind of survival games, first-person survival games, feel pretty good at around 75 FPS. And I think that's completely fine, to be honest with you, for these kinds of games. But yeah, if you are playing at higher refresh rates and you want to see some better FPS, we'll throw on some FSR and see what the frame rate's like. We're getting averages of just shy of 80 FPS here, which is... So I've gone ahead and put the game into windowed mode, because FSR for some reason just does this really weird thing in this game where if you turn on FSR and you're in full screen or in full screen windowed, it goes ahead and puts your monitor to the max resolution that it can go at, which for me is 4K, and basically it just defaults it to 4K resolution if I don't have it in windowed mode. The game is using DX12, so that shouldn't be an issue. Should be completely fine. It's just that for benchmarking 1080p, I didn't want to have it in windowed because it would be a tiny window. I'm not going to get into it too much, but yeah, FSR enabled, ultra quality, and we're still using the epic settings here at 1440, so let's go ahead and have a look at how this is now running. Yeah, so it is obviously not running at native 1440p anymore, it's just well, quite a bit under that. And so the VRAM is reflecting that. The VRAM is a little bit lower now, though it wasn't an issue to begin with, to be completely honest. And setting the FSR to the ultra quality, so best quality setting that we can pick for it, has actually boosted our FPS all the way up to 100 frames roughly, which is pretty good. Let's go and find that beetle. I want to go and fight that beetle. It lives around here, or it roams around here. I want to go fight it. I will say that I can definitely feel the game is a lot more smooth. Like, it's very noticeable going from that, you know, mid-70s to mid-60s range, going up to the 100 FPS range is very, very noticeable as to how smooth it feels, though you can play at that 70-something FPS and have a completely enjoyable time. There he is. I've been looking for you. Here he comes. It's a Black Ox beetle. Right. Hopefully YouTube doesn't think I'm saying something else, because that's going to be a situation. Oh my god, what is going on? I don't know how to sprint in this game. I don't know if I've got it on toggle or not. Let's start summoning the boys. Oh my god, we just keep getting more. Stop it. I think they've nerfed this build, actually. It's been a couple of years since I played. And before, it used to summon a lot. But it does not appear to be the case these days. It's not summoning very much. I don't care about the ant behind me. I care a lot more about the big dude that's... oh my god. I care a lot more about this guy than I do the ants. There we go. We're starting to get the summons. Though I'm losing a bunch of these really expensive arrows. Man, I should play through this game again. It was amazing. Oh my god. This game was really amazing when it came out. I enjoyed it a lot. When this game came out, which was about 5 years ago, I did not have a lot of money. And I actually played this with my 1060, I think. I think I played this with my 1060, actually. When it came out, with my old PC. You know, with the an i5 460 something? Something like, I can't remember exactly which CPU it was, but I played it with that one anyways, and it was definitely not as good as this. I played that at around 30 to 40 FPS on like minimum settings, but you know, you do what you gotta do to play the game. And I remember, I think this game was about £30, and for me at the time, that was a lot of money. Like, it was, I really did not have a lot of money to buy things, you know, back then, and this game was amazing. And I put a lot of time into it. I think I put about 100 hours or so into this game. Now I get all the summons. Oh my god. We get all the summons now that we don't need them. Oh, not that we don't need them, but now that we don't need them as much. Oh my god. Oh Jesus, I'm so rusty. Stop. There it is. Right. Nice. They're all dead. Try and get my arrows back. But yeah, like I was saying, I played this game originally at around 30 to 40 FPS, and I had a really good time. I played through the entire campaign twice at that frame rate. So, you know, you can definitely play this game very comfortably at the lower FPSs. But yeah, here at 1440p with the FSR set to ultra quality, average of 100 FPS. Even in combat, it doesn't seem to be an issue. It does not seem to be an issue, even in combat. Let's try out another FSR and see what it's like on some lower FSR settings here. Okay, so 1440p, epic quality, or yep, epic quality settings with the FSR set to quality now. So this should be a lot more noticeable in terms of quality loss. So let's go ahead and jump back in. And honestly, we'll see how much FPS we get here. So, because we are using a lower quality FSR now, we should be seeing a decent jump up in frames, though it does not appear to be the case. It does not appear to be the case. We actually haven't gained a whole lot of FPS doing this so far, while I've been playing just for this brief moment. Oh god. Is there a way to dodge that spit? I mean, I did just dodge it then, but I feel like that's because I already had a good amount of distance on the ants here. This is the only pain about living up on this high ground area, is these freaking ants are absolutely everywhere. And they're super annoying to deal with. I guess it doesn't help that I don't really have a weapon that's good against them, I don't think. I think they're weak to, like... Not even gonna pretend like I remember. Honestly, I don't remember which element they're weak to. But yeah, this FSR quality must not have bumped the resolution down that much more, because we haven't really gained that much FPS, if any. Honestly, sometimes I'm seeing maybe 10 more FPS, sometimes it's only 5 compared to the ultra quality. A little micro stutter there, it's not ideal. There we go, let's try and get some summons going here. Not getting any luck here with the summons. Oh god. He's trying to go. He's getting away, get him, Bob. Woo. Oh my god, my aim sucks. What is wrong with me? It's not picking my arrows up either. I probably got arrows just scattered all around the garden. Run away. It's time to run. Where's my stamina bar, by the way? Oh, is that it right there? Okay, cool. Yeah, it's been a second since I played this, but yeah. It appears that the quality FSR really didn't do that much for our FPS. Though, I can't really complain because I can't really see the FSR that much either. I don't know, can you guys see it? Let me know in the comments if you guys can see the FSR. I can't see the difference, really. So yeah, let's try out the balanced FSR and see how that runs. So 1440p epic quality. Now with the balanced FSR, I wouldn't recommend playing like this. I don't usually use FSR. If the game's got DLSS, of course, I'll use that. But if I use FSR, regardless if I use FSR or DLSS, I will never usually use balance, because by that point you do start to lose quite a lot of visual quality. Though some games look really good with balanced FSR or DLSS, so we'll see. How does this one look? Yeah, I can already see it. I can already see the loss. You can see the blurriness around the petals and the grass. You can kind of it just doesn't look right. For some people, this might be fine. Yeah, you can definitely see it's just not as sharp. There's a lot of quality loss around, especially as I'm running. Can you see it? Look at the stem of the dandelion. I'm not talking about it going in and out phasing. That must be a bug as well with the balanced FSR. Potentially, there's clearly some sort of issues here with it. There's some sort of bugs making the dandelions and some other plants phase in and out, which is not good. But also, you can just tell it's at a lower resolution now. You can absolutely see it. Maybe in shaded areas, not so much, but everywhere else, yeah, you can definitely see it. You can definitely tell that you're playing at a lower resolution here, for sure. Let me just go ahead and grab my arrows back. And in terms of the actual performance increase, not much. In all honesty, we haven't really gained much FPS, which is surprising because we have gone from ultra quality down to balanced, and we really aren't gaining that much performance. I think I got 20 more FPS, which might sound really good, but going from 100 FPS to 120, it doesn't really feel that much different. In this game, it feels the exact same as 100 frame rate, but it just looks worse, you know? So I kind of feel like it's a little bit redundant to use the balanced FSR for sure. You don't need this frame rate, and you certainly don't get as much frame rate as I feel like you should get for the quality loss. Now we're at 140, but it's not accurate because we are in a different area. We didn't come here with the other, with the other settings. And this area is a lot more clear, so it's much less intensive in this area right here. And I know this for a fact because I have played this game for many hours. So I literally live here on this world. That's why I know the area so well and the performance so well. So yeah, this place naturally is easier to run, especially up here, which is why I have avoided this area, because this is where my base is. And this area, as you can see, we're starting to get up into the 200 frame rate regions up here, because there's just nothing here, essentially. So I've come here to sleep the night off, and also we're going to go to the sandbox real quick, maybe. Let me sleep the night if I can. Yes, I can. No, I can't. I can't sleep the night. So let's jump back down. Let's jump back down to the oak tree, and we'll see the performance difference. Down by the oak tree here with the balance, you can already see we've just lost half our frame rate. Very beautiful game, for sure. The zipline takes forever. And actually building these sorts of things, my god, took me ages to get onto that garden shed, honestly, or that garden compost bin, or whatever it's supposed to be. Right, we're down here again. And down here we're about 100 frame rate. Yeah. So I think if you're going to play at 1080p, no reason whatsoever to use FSR. You get completely playable FPS, but for whatever reason, if you want to increase your frame rate, you can enable the FSR at ultra quality, and there really isn't a performance loss. A visual quality loss. And if you want to play at 1440p with a 3060 Ti, you can do so again at maximum settings, native resolution, without having to use any upscaler, and it still looks really good. But you do get a big performance increase using the FSR ultra quality without any noticeable quality loss. So yeah, I'm interested to see what the new game is going to be like when it releases in terms of performance, and I'm probably going to play a lot of it as well. So yeah, anyway, that's going to do it for today's video. You absolutely can play Grounded with the 3060 Ti completely fine. But will we be able to play Grounded 2 completely fine with the 3060 Ti? I would imagine so, but we're going to have to see. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, and until next time, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video.